because the West has become so pessimistic about the future, it only sees darkness everywhere and doesn't see the light in the world. And the most important fact of our time is that in the last 30 years, we have made more progress in human history than we ever have since human history began. Right? Global poverty, from 75% of the world's population in 1950 to less than 10% today. Global middle class population, from 1.8 billion to 3.2 billion to 4.9 billion in 20 years. It's an amazingly wonderful world, which is why the West's emphasis on security is all wrong. Because at the end of the day, what does Asia want to do with the West? It doesn't want to attack the West. It doesn't want to conquer the West. It wants to work with the West. All it's asking the West to do is adjust to the fact that you can no longer control and dominate the world in the way that you used to. Stop saying that the head of the IMF must always be a European, the head of the World Bank must always be an American. Stop that. And understand that in the world of tomorrow, the challenges are different. And let me give you one concrete example on security, okay? If you are a European and you ask yourself a very simple question, where is the next big threat going to come from? I'll give you the real threat. In the year 1950, Europe's population was twice that of Africa's. Today, Africa's population is twice that of Europe, more than twice. By 2100, it will be 10 times the size of Europe. It's the migrant boats that are coming that's going to distort the European political processes and all that. And what's the answer to that? And let me tell you what the answer to that. The answer to that is African economic development. And who's your number one partner for African economic development? It's China. So if Europe wants to look at its own future security and protect itself in the long run, it should not see China as a threat. It should see China as an opportunity. But the problem here is, and I guarantee you this, and that's what my next book is about, the United States will see China as a threat in the next 10 years. So if you're looking for security, whose security are you looking for? American or European? And the answers are different. Because it's clear that as of now, United States is still bigger than China. But the relativity has changed dramatically. In 1980, China's GNP in PPP terms was 10% of the United States. Now it's bigger. In the year 2000, in nominal market terms, United States GNP was 8 times the size of China, 2000. Now it's 1.5 times. The relativity is changing very fast and will continue to change. Now, when relativity changes, the logical thing to do is to adjust. And I can tell you that given the mood in the United States today, especially when you have a leader like President Donald Trump who says, America first, the rest of the world, wherever you are, we don't care. Now, with that kind of attitude, you cannot get the kind of adjustments that are needed. And at the end of the day, China is prepared to adjust and continue to accept American leadership of the global order, because China's priority at the end of the day is taking care of 1.4 billion people at home. America will have to accept the possibility that within 10 to 15 years it may become number 2. But no American politician can speak about America becoming number 2 because it's politically suicidal in America. You're dead. So if you cannot speak about the inevitable reality, you cannot prepare for it, and then a tragedy will unfold.
抖音